Hi, my name is Terry. I have 3 college degrees, including a master's degree from an Ivy League university. I'm fluent in 2 languages, and I have a commercial driver's license, which allows me to operate heavy trucks. And I still can't find a job. My girlfriend's been working at a fast food restaurant for the last 9 years, but what she really wants to do is be an elementary school teacher. So every day I'm going to be telling you stories about things I think are interesting or cool, and then I'm going to teach you a little bit of Spanish until I can earn enough money to send my girl to teaching school. So, today we're going to be talking about Christopher Columbus. Today is the day after Thanksgiving, so it seems fitting that we discuss him. So, I'm sure you're all familiar with the limerick. In 1492, Columbus sailed the ocean blue, right? Everybody knows the rhyme. But there may be some details about the story that you haven't heard before. So in 1492, Columbus lands on an island in the Caribbean, believing that he's actually in India, which is where he was initially setting out to find. The native people who he encounters there call themselves the Taino, which roughly translates to good people. Now, the reason why they call themselves that is because they pride themselves on their kindness and generosity, as a stark contrast to their next door neighbors on the neighboring island of where the Carib people live. And now the Caribs are known for being extremely aggressive. And so the Taino named themselves that because they pride themselves on being really, really nice people. So, Columbus is actually on an expedition that is commissioned by the King of Spain, whose name is Ferdinand. And so he's communicating with the King of Spain during this entire process and telling him what he finds on these expeditions. And one of the things that he tells him is that the Taino people have a childlike innocence. They are more than happy to share their valuables with him, including gold. Another thing is that his stated goal is to convert these people to Catholicism. That's supposedly the purpose for why he's doing all this. And he tells the king that it should be easy to convert them to Catholicism because they don't have their own religion. They are not idolaters, as he calls it. And they also believe that good things and power come from the heavens, and that Columbus and his ship and the men that he traveled with are also from the heavens. He says to the king that he was welcomed everywhere he went after the people had gotten over their fear. So, on his first voyage to this island, he takes back with him 24 of the Taino people. His goal is to teach these people in Spain how to become missionaries. He will then bring them back on his second voyage to the island, and they will be used to convert the other people, the natives that he left behind. So he captures 24 natives and takes them back to Spain, but of the original 24 that he took with him, only 6 of those people actually survived to make it back for the second voyage. Now, when Columbus returns for the second voyage, requiring them to convert to Catholicism is no longer enough for him. Now he requires tribute. So he comes up with this new rule, and the rule states that anybody over the age of 14, any male who is 14 or older, has to give him 1/4 of an ounce of gold every 3 months. Now, if they can't make that happen, they can also give him 25 pounds of cotton instead every 3 months. And if they're not able to do either of those 2 things, then Columbus and his soldiers chop off the boys' hands and watch them bleed to death. So, remember when I told you that Columbus told King Ferdinand that these people were not religious and they didn't practice a religion of their own? Well, that actually wasn't true. They did practice a religion, and they were polytheistic. They worshipped Zemis, which is a word that they have which closely relates to our word spirits. So the main spirit that they had, his name was Yukahu, and he was the god of the sea. He was also the god of yucca, which is their primary plant. It's a root vegetable. And then his mother, Yukahu's mother, her name is Atabe, and she is responsible for fresh water, as well as being the god of fertility and the god of the moon. And then there were many other lesser zemis, or spirits, that were in charge of everything else. For instance, explaining why there are hurricanes that come out of nowhere and wipe everything away, or understanding where people go when they died. These are all topics that are controlled by other zemis. So these people, over the course of these voyages that Columbus takes and he's bringing soldiers, they are almost completely annihilated. They do still exist, and they exist primarily in the island of Puerto Rico off the coast of the United States. Now, their DNA can be found in Puerto Rico, as well as some of their tribal practices and customs. So, the Spanish I want to teach you today is Bienvenidos, Mucho Gusto. Bienvenidos, Mucho Gusto. Bienvenidos, Mucho Gusto. And what that means is welcome. It's nice to meet you. Bienvenidos, Mucho Gusto. If you like this video and you want to support the work that I'm doing, there will be a Cash App link provided in the description box below. And if there's anything specific that you'd like to see me do a video on, a specific topic or subject that you'd like to see, leave a comment down below.